Yeah. Hi, Karthik.
Hi, Sunita. What did you come
Hey, I
today? Yeah.
last week's class I couldn't practice. So if there is any other topic, we can go ahead. I'll practice them by next class.
Oh, is that okay? Mm, can you share your screen? Mine is still lagging. So,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Can you see my screen?
yep, I can see, I can see. Yeah. So last week class you didn't practice, you said, right? Okay.
Yeah. Class five driver
Mm-hmm.
management.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Um, can you show me some tests you created so far? I mean, any tests? How you are writing tests? Show me
Um.
some test.
Oh, I just still write it within
Yeah,
the main class.
yeah, that's fine. No, no, no. I guess you have used other test. I guess test one.
Which one?
Go to test
Test
one.
one. This is all that what we practiced in the class.
Yeah.
That I
Yes,
just
yes, yeah. So, yeah, you see here, you have your heads test,
this.
right? Heads test, these things.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this test and in the annotations you have used, right? At some other places. This heads test one.
Not other tests. This
Yeah,
one
yeah,
you
that's
showed
fine.
me. We added test ng here, and then you showed me how to add here the annotations.
Yeah, yeah. The reason I'm asking is because let's say, uh, like you have this many classes, right? If you want to run like
Mm-hmm.
multiple classes, you want to run multiple classes, so there should be some way, right? Did we discuss that? I
Mm-hmm.
don't think we discussed it, right? So if you want to run multiple classes, so what you have to do is you have to select the classes, okay? Like assume like test one, test two, test one, test two. Go to test two as well, test two.
Yeah, this is we are calling methods from test
Okay,
one.
yeah, create. I mean, you already have few classes, right? Remove the main method
Yeah.
and make it at the rate test.
Remove this method.
Just remove. I mean, just remove instead of main, write like no some other method name and give at the rate test annotation.
Mm. So I'll
Uh,
just remove this main, right?
yeah, yeah. And that even that string array arcs like that, and add at the rate test annotation. Remove that main string array of arcs and give some method name there.
Mm. Let's say sample method means you have to put in
Yeah,
parentheses, right?
yes, yes. So now
Okay.
add at the rate test annotation to it.
I can add it after the
Above.
inside this or
No, no, no. Above you should add always. Above the method name.
above. So within the class, but
Yes, yes, yeah.
okay. Test ng, right?
No, no, at the rate test.
Test. So what happened? Nothing's happening.
Here, T capital and do Control Shift O. Did you do Control Shift O? You need to import it. Control Shift O. When you do Control Shift O, it will automatically import.
Okay.
Okay. And now, so in test one we have, test two we have, right? To some test cases like this. So if you want to run test one and test two together, okay. So how do you do that? We'll discuss now, okay? Save the test two first. Save it. Now select the test one and test two classes.
On the left hand side, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. Right click. You have test ng, right? the test ng
Yes.
option. Go there. No, no. Bottom you
Testing.
have test ng option. So this test ng option will come only when you have test ng plugin installed. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
which we installed initially. Now click on convert to test ng. Finish. Finish. Now it created one testng.xml. Do you see at the bottom left side?
Okay.
Yeah,
Test
open it. Yeah,
where?
testng. No, no, the bottom
This
here.
one.
Open it.
Okay. Okay.
We just now created it. Okay. If you want to give the different name, you can give the different name as well.
Oh, what is
Okay.
this name?
We given it. If you want to check it out, I will let you know again. Yeah, that's just a file name basically. Okay. Testng.xml, just a
Okay.
file name. You can give any file name. So here, if you observe, what we are doing is uh, we are grouping our classes. Okay. You can read the package name com.project1 dot package one dot test one is one class com dot project one dot package one dot test two is one more class. So if you want to run multiple classes, you can group it like this and you can right click and run it. That simple it is. Right click.
Okay.
Yeah.
So to basically run multiple tests, I'll select. Is there a limit on how many tests or classes I should select?
No, nothing like that.
Nothing, right? Okay.
Right click.
On the screen.
Yeah. Run as run as test engine. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Yeah. So did you see that? I mean, it ran uh, total. It ran only how many at tests you have here in the
In this new.
no in the test one we have
Oh,
only
this
one.
one also we have, right? One.
Yeah, here in one and test two we have one. Huh?
Test two, no, we don't have. Oh, we just added, yeah.
You have we have two, right? So
Hmm.
it will only run those test cases which got at the test notation. Okay, just remember that. Okay.
Oh, okay. So if I had to add this cell dev, I need to have the test engine annotation inside that class.
Yeah, basically at the
Oh,
test methods only will be treated as test cases. Remaining all are like code. Okay.
okay, okay. Mm. So we are running these tests, right? We are just seeing the test results in the console. If I want to like save it somewhere or
Uh, by default it will give some. By default it will give you some reporting which is not really fancy, which is not really good, but yeah, it will give some reporting. Right click and refresh. Not here on the project. On the project.
this
Package.
one,
That's
right?
your
Packages.
package one is your project name, right? You given package one as project name. Package one is the okay. That's fine. Oh, expand the test output. Test output. Expand the test output. Left side only you have test
Oh,
output. Just look at
that's it.
the yeah.
Test output. Yeah.
So here you will be getting like some basic reports, like open the emailable report.html. Emailable
Oh, why
report.html.
this test ng failed here?
No, it's not failed. Basically, what is the test engine failed is I'll explain you that one as well, no problem.
Okay.
Uh, Open that emailable report.html. Here, below.
Email dot.
Just, yeah. Right click and open in Chrome maybe. No. I guess you have to, yeah, open with web browser. Yeah, like that you have to. It's a very basic report. Okay, go to top.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see like how many passed, how many failed, how much time it took in milliseconds. Then it will show which test
Okay.
fail, which test pass. Okay, you can click on it. It will go to respective test case. Like sample is your test case, right? So if you click on it,
Okay.
it will take you there, I guess.
So we are printing something, right? If in case we are going to print out or we are going to um, we are retrieving some data, there is no way to put that in a notepad or
No, those things we don't. I mean, we'll be having
this is a
same thing
sample
which
report. Okay.
the same thing which you're seeing here is getting printed in that report.
Oh, okay. See, right now in test one, we are printing this header one.
Oh, that one,
So where will we go?
that one, if you want to print in the report, that's a different thing. We generally don't do system.out.println in the report, but yeah, we do write some data to the report using different way.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
that's a different topic. Okay, like not these reports. We won't be using these reports. Um, Generally, people use extend reports. Say something called extend reports. So using the extend reports, we can log some data to the report. We can log the screenshots and all to the report. Okay.
Okay.
Now, so that is a basic report by default. It will get generated. Okay, and
Okay. This emailable report.
emailable, and even index.html also same thing. I guess right click and open that index.html. It's the same thing. Index.html, and yeah, open in browser. It's also same report.
Okay.
One passport mail. Okay, it will show like past methods,
Okay.
methods like that.
Right.
And if you
What is
click
that one
on,
file?
you want to look at the fail one, go to console, go to the results.
Total test
Here
pass
it
one.
doesn't show. Click on results of running soon. When you run from the XML file, right, your results will be shown in the results of running soon. I mean, next to console, you have one tab, right? There it will show. Okay, click on all failed test layer. Double click on that sample. Yeah, here you can see at the right side, you have one exception called element was not, it wasn't able to find the element. Okay,
Unable to locate
it was unable to find some element
username.
with that locator strategy. Okay, name is equal to username.
Oh,
You got it right. You scroll right side, you will get to know the which character is causing information
this
issues.
one. This is the one.
Yes.
But this ran correctly, right? It entered a test. When it
Uh,
was running test one, it entered this test.
no, not
So in
T1
test
is
two,
not
what
the
are we
issue.
doing?
Yeah, we are calling C1 dot T1, C1 dot T2, T1. So somewhere it might have
Test one dot T3.
T3,
Test one.
T3. Okay, that's a
Yeah,
T3.
test one. Here it is.
Yeah. And go to T1 or T2. So in the T1, maybe there might be some issue with T1 or T2. So it given us that issue, okay? Like no such element exception. That's an easy fix. I mean, you can do it. If you run one more time, sometimes scripts won't be stable, okay? If you run one more time, it will get passed sometimes, okay? So That would
Okay.
okay. That is okay. I mean, it might be it might fail for some other reason. Try to run one more time, maybe.
Mm, we right click here and ran. We can also run from here, right?
We can
File,
no,
edit.
not like that.
No,
You have to right
run.
click on the test in XML. No, no, no. You have to
Oh, we don't. This one here, we have an option here.
yeah, you can do that. But when you have multiple XML files, we don't know to which it is
Hmm.
pointing. So you always right click on the file name at the left side in the project explorer. Okay, in the project
Okay.
in the project explorer you have file name, right? So there you can click it. Seems it is not able to find that username. That's why it is failing.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I will. I will look into it. What did you say? We did run from here, right?
Right
Run
click on
us. You said run
yeah,
from here.
that way you can do even at the left side as well. At the bottom you have testng.xml, right? Yeah, like that you have to do. It's easy. Run as again.
Okay. So which is the best option? You're saying go from the
Either
project
anything is okay,
package
anything.
explorer you do.
Yeah, because if you have multiple XML files, if you click play button on the top, it might point to different one, and you might run some different XML. That's all.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
and
okay. Probably I asked this before itself. We write, we keep all our tests under SRC test.
yeah, SRC test Java only. We will keep all our test cases.
Okay.
Okay, we generally use SRC test Java folder only. So this is a Maven structure. Okay, you have to understand if somebody asks you Maven structure, you should tell them like
Yeah.
SRC Maven Java, SRC Maven resources, SRC test Java, SRC test resources. Okay.
Okay.
Seems like you deleted SRC test resources folder.
Okay. This testng.xml. Oh,
No.
because we combined here, did we get this?
Yes, yes, yeah, yes. And that will
Okay.
show
Yeah.
that
Okay.
red lines. You can ignore that errors there.
Okay. All this. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
And how do you do that? You have to select the classes again. If you want to do one more time, you can do it right click, select the classes, and
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I understand.
and you have to give the file name as well. Okay, you can. In our case, last time we just went with the default ones. Okay, but you can update the class name too, like different name you can give rather test in XML. Okay,
Uh, Let me test
convert
ng.
to test in.
Convert to test ng. Not create test ng
We
class.
will try that one as well. Convert to test engine.
Okay. Convert to test ng.
So you can see test name you can give there. So you can give some test name. The test name is nothing but your file name.
Okay. Make QC4.
That's all.
Can we in real time? We'll be changing the suite name too.
Yeah, you can write like smoke test, sanity test, like
Okay.
okay.
Okay. Parallel mode later. Okay. Okay. Now that I combine these classes, I can also individually run them, right? From
1 second.
here.
Now you don't have any tests. You don't have any tests there actually. One
Here.
second, 1 second. We did
Yeah.
something wrong. Select test one and test two again. If you don't have any test cases, it will show like that. Okay.
No, no, I have class 4 and class 4.
But
Yeah,
those
see.
classes will not have any thread test annotation. Yeah.
Oh, got it, got it.
Right click on test one, test two, and right click convert to test engine one more time because that file was not created. We are doing something wrong. First off, second. Yeah.
Oh, we got it created right here, testng.xml.
No, be given
You
see
see here we have
location.
this.
No,
Yeah, yeah, this one I don't have the
no,
annotations for
no,
these two.
no, no. no. I'm telling you, you have created some file called C4, right? Go again, do that. Convert to test engine. So you have to change that file name at location. Sorry, my bad. test.ng location you have, right? Instead of
Mm-hmm.
test.xml, don't click browse. You can just update the file name there. Look
Oh,
at,
here.
yeah, yes. Okay.
Okay, okay,
There you can update your
okay,
file name and it will show up in the below test.ng.xml or somewhere there. Okay.
okay.
And you can use the suite name,
Uh,
test name. That's all.
uh, no, we created test one and test two combined into test ng. So now if I again combine them and give a different name,
No problem. Nothing more. No, nothing happens.
the same XML will get updated.
If you give different name, different XML will be created.
Oh, okay. One more. Okay. Additional one will be created for the same tests classes.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. You can give the different name. Okay. Then it will create different.
Let me try.
Okay. You have one more.
Okay. Okay.
Understood, right?
So now, right now, I created two. If I don't want, I'll just go and is there a delete option or how will I just delete?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah. That's all. Yeah.
So if I want to delete a class or any this test
Same.
ng suites anything, I'll just perform a delete only here. Nothing more
Yes. Yes.
to update.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And one more time, when you do select the test one and test two, right click test first option. No, no, first option. I never tried this first option. Okay, you can select the methods which you want to run.
I'll select only T1.
Finish. So T1 test through. Okay, right click and run it. This one. Right click and run this. No, no, not this one. 1 second. Is this the one it created now? Test one run.
Yeah, test
Okay, okay,
one
run it.
test.
Run it once. Like, let's check it out. I don't know why.
No,
Go
it
to top.
failed.
Go to top. Okay, okay, okay. I never used that option. I just thought of checking it. Okay, that's it. We'll check
Okay.
later. That's fine. And uh, you have asked about the test engine failed XML, right? Can you expand the test output?
Test output. So this test output will keep on building for all the tests that we run.
Every time that will be generated. You can delete it as well. There's no harm. It will get generated again.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. Now, you have asked like JUnit reports. There's some test engine failed XML it got, right? You got, right?
Yeah, test ng failed.
Open it. So,
Oh, this is the we
so
created
what is
using.
it? So what? No, no, no. This is different. What it will do is this is important thing. So let's say you have using testengine.xml, you have ran like 100 files maybe or 50 classes. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
using testengine.xml, you have ran 50 classes. In each class, you might have let's say like five test cases. So assume like you have ran like 200 test cases. Okay. Now, um, when you ran 200 test cases, there might be some 5 to 10 test cases might have failed. Okay. So
Okay.
you cannot run entire suite just to check again those 5 test cases, 5 to 10 failed test cases, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. All the failed test cases will be here, so I can just
Yeah.
run them alone.
Yeah. Yes, you can just apply the fix to those 5 to 10 test cases, or else you
Okay.
can just check why they have failed and you can run this file again. Right click and run this file again. Okay.
Okay.
Got it, right? That's all. That is what about test in the XML file. Okay.
Okay.
So if you want to check, you can check with the test engine XML when you run it. Some test case is failing, right? It will be tagged in that in the here, and you can run this failed test case. That's all. That's how you do it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a easy one.
So
Easy, easy. Yeah.
okay. In the in some job descriptions, I have seen familiar with the CI/CD. What do they call like testing along with the CI/CD. I'm not sure exactly how to put it. So if a new build comes in and no, we have to trigger the tests. Is there
Okay.
any way of automatically triggering like kind of a
Uh,
smoke test?
actually, we, uh, we do have such things like we can, but yeah, that's a purely pipeline side. Actually, that's a purely pipeline side. So how do we do that is, whenever something gets pushed to the development repo, okay, whenever some bill gets created,
Mhm.
what we do is post that bill. We have to call our repository in case if our tests are not in the same repository of developer. We have to
Mhm.
call our repository using some configuration, and our test should run and report it back to the um, like developer. That's how it works. Okay, for that one we use some
Okay.
webhook, something like that. We have to use something
Okay.
called webhook, and that webhook should listen to the development repo. Yeah, we have to write some set of instructions.
Okay.
That instructions, whenever build creates, yeah, it will trigger an call to our test repo, and it will run and it will report the results back to the dev repo like that.
Okay. Okay.
That's a long process. We will see sometime, but usually that not happens. In I mean, wherever I have worked, that was not happening. We generally have our test repo separated, okay, and
Mhm.
development repo separated. And we generally don't make calls like whenever a developer create builds, we don't run those things. Kind of don't do
Okay.
such kind of things. But yeah, we can whenever they said like they have created a build. If you want to run, we can just click some button, play button or something. It will run the test cases
Okay.
uh, in the pipeline.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but yeah, automatically like these calls, it's not that I never seen that. But yeah, we can
Okay.
do definitely we can do that. Everything is possible. Okay.
Yeah.
What I'm saying, you understood, right? We manually, without making automatic calls, like whenever build is created, you without making automatic calls.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because when a developer pushes, we generally know it, right? He will inform in the group, and whenever build gets created, he
Yeah.
will notify us, right? So
Yeah.
until
Yeah.
unless we're
I
working
just
for
came
big
across a
companies,
few job descriptions
yeah,
saying familiarity with the CI/CD pipelines, all those.
yeah, yeah. In very big companies, like Netflix and all, yeah, whatever you said is applicable. Like whenever, I mean, even we can do as well. There's nothing harm. We will try it out. Okay. Um.
Okay.
So in big companies like Netflix, what they do create like where so many bills every day, right? So they everything is automated there. Like pipeline, everything is automated. Like when somebody creates bill, it will trigger test with a test run. It's a easy one if you maintain both test cases and development code in one repository.
Okay.
But if you maintain test cases separately, development repository separately, then it will be like little tough time. Okay. Otherwise, it's easy only.
Okay.
And nowadays, most people are using GitHub Actions,
Mhm.
CI/CD, rather than Jenkins. And what do you think of like CI/CD? I mean, what is your
I'm not
understanding of
familiar with
CI/CD?
that.
Okay, see, CI/CD
It
is
is
nothing but. It's just a like an interface. Okay, it's like an interface. What that will do is wherein we can give some configuration like in which system you should run. Okay, we can give all the configuration like what are the commands that we want to run. Okay, let's say if you want to run our test cases, right now we are doing clicking play button, but in the remote machine you cannot go and click the play button, right?
Mm-hmm.
We cannot access remote machines at all, firstly, right? So we will be writing couple of commands in the config file. Okay,
Mm.
pipeline config file. Okay,
Okay.
that pipeline, it will listen all, it will look at all that config, and whenever someone clicks build now, or else like it will even that build now, what I'm saying also will be automated. Some people like whenever you push the code, it will automatically create a build. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
some people manually also trigger the build. Okay, there are two ways you can do. So as soon as I mean when whoever merge the code to the main branch, it will create a build, and that build will see in that build only you will be having this config file, pipeline config file. Okay.
Okay.
In the development code only, they will be having that pipeline config file, and that build will look at that config file and it will read all the instructions. Like let's say you create a machine in Google Cloud or like Amazon Cloud. It will do that.
Mm.
Then it will deploy the application there and it will test the application there. Like that, it will work. Okay, that's how
Okay.
it works. And let me 1 second now. Let me share my screen. I will show you one simple. I generally use GitHub Actions for all these things. Can you see my screen?
Let me check. Yeah.
Okay. So the important thing as a beginner you should know is Git. Git is very important. Okay.
Okay.
Without Git, nothing works in the real time.
I mean, even from a testing point of view, you're saying that.
Yeah. Yep. I'm telling testing point of view only. Because your pipeline, I mean the CI/CD pipeline, what it will do is it will get the code from sorry, it will get the like repository details from GitHub only. In the pipeline config, we will write like go and get the latest code from the GitHub.
Okay. You are saying this when we are going to integrate with the CI/CD for
Yeah, in CI/CD config,
triggering the tests, right? Okay.
yeah, in
Uh-huh.
CI/CD config, we will say like go and get the latest code base from the GitHub. Okay, that's what the instructions we do. Okay, then that in that code base you will have the config file, right? So we will ask it to run all those things like test cases and all. Okay,
Okay.
everything goes through GitHub only. No, it's asking code. You so GitHub is a one important thing that as a tester you should be familiar. Okay, very
Okay.
very important thing. And nowadays, uh, so if you want me to show one of the pipeline, so we have couple of CI/CD platforms, right? Like Jenkins and GitHub Actions, and we have a lot of actually. Okay, uh, team. There are many CI/CD platform, but people use mostly GitHub Actions and Jenkins. Okay,
Okay.
so example. if you talk about GitHub Actions uh, config, you can see in my project I have created like maven.yaml, wherein we are saying like whenever somebody pushes to the whenever some test code is pushed to the master branch, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what you have to do is you have to run on Mac OS and you have to set up the Java development 17. Okay, it's a Java version and all. Okay, then you have to run. This is the command you need to run. So what it is going to do, it's gonna run all my test cases in Safari in headless. Okay, headless is
Oh,
for like
okay.
that. And finally, after doing the
Okay.
run, we're asking it to upload the test cases. I mean results back to the in. You will find it here. Okay, we'll be getting our results. Let's say this is our run, right? So here you will find the screenshots of your reports. We can upload back reports to here. Okay. So you can take
Okay.
it and you can download it from the here. Okay, it will run, right? So those things you can download the results and all. I mean you just I'm giving a high level overview, okay? So here
Okay.
we have a manually rerun job as well. Okay, you can rerun the job manually as well. Okay, or else you can just rerun the job manually, or else you can if you want it automatically to happen. So it I mean in this case it will automatically only happen. But if you want to rerun manually, you can do that manually. Okay. So whenever I push some code to this repository, right, it will automatically create one build here. With a build in the sense, it will create something like this. It will run all the test cases.
Okay.
Okay. That's how it
Yeah.
works. You see here, it is saying I push it something, so it is creating build. I push it something, it is creating the build. Okay. You see, push it, push it, push it. So whenever I push something to my repository, it will start creating the build. Okay.
Okay.
You got some high level idea, right? This is GitHub Actions pipeline. So what GitHub Actions will do, it got that ecosystem. It uses some cloud. Okay, we don't know what cloud it will uses in case of GitHub Actions, and whatever instructions we verify, right? It will do all those things for us. Okay, if possible, you can see here when I click new workflow, it got really very nice features. We don't have to do many things. It will automatically run in some. We don't have to configure where our things should run. Like in case of
Mm-hmm.
Jenkins, we have to tell it like explicitly. You go to Amazon and like that. You go to Azure. But here it will use some cloud. We don't know what is that cloud as well. So and it will do all the things for us. So all we need to do is we just need to mention the platform that we want to run and those things we need to mention. Okay, that's the beauty of GitHub
Okay.
Action. It's very easy nowadays. It's very popular because of it. Because it's very easy to um, work on it and it's very easy to use it as well. Okay.
Okay.
So then we have in case of Jenkins, right? We use Jenkins pipeline. Okay. So this is how it looks. We will create like a couple of stages, like build, test, deploy, like that. Okay. They will write like couple of steps here, like build the project. To build the project, they will be having some commands, right? Just like how we
Mm-hmm.
run our test cases. For running our test case, also we have some commands. Okay. So they will give all those commands here. Okay.
Okay.
So you see, this is It's tough to search and show. You use, I mean, you use these things like Copilot and all. You're using it, right?
What is it?
I mean, this Copilot and all. Don't you use these things? Microsoft Copilot?
No, I use ChatGPT.
Okay, okay. It's the same thing. Okay. So you can see this is like one of the Jenkins file, and this is what the config file looks. Okay, this is how it looks. They you see
Okay.
when I say check out SCM, it will check out the. Of course, there we have to do. I mean, we have to give the URL and all.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it will check out the repository. So after checking out the repository, it will it will all the Java code. It will make it like a jar file. Then
Okay.
finally, it will run the jar file using mv test command. And
Mm-hmm.
finally, it will deploy the jar file to some folder like this. Okay.
Okay.
And that after which it will clean the workspace and it will do all these things. We can even send the emails as well in the post section. Okay.
Okay.
It
Okay.
will success notification like this. Okay. On failure, on success, what we can do, we can do all those things. Okay. So
Okay.
here we are saying use Maven and Java version this one like that. This is how
Okay.
this is how simple. And where this file will present, this file will present in our project only. Okay. And
Okay.
this file will project it. This file will present in our project, and Jenkins will use this file, and it will follow the instruction that we specified here, and it will do the required things. Okay. See,
Okay.
thing you need to understand this. Jenkins also configured in some cloud only. It should be always up and running.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Every company will have their own Jenkins, right? And where it will be hosted in some cloud only. It should be always up and running. Okay.
Okay.
So it should be always up and running and it's already on cloud. Now it uses the same cloud, but maybe different machines or in the same machine where the server is set up. In the same machine where it will run all the things. Okay. There are two things
Okay.
basically. So when Jenkins server is installed in some remote cloud,
Mm-hmm.
and it is set up in remote cloud. So when we say to run these things, it might run in the same place where server is installed, or else it will it if we say like no, you take some different machine, it will follow the instructions and will run in different machine as well.
Okay.
Okay, you understood right how it is happening all this.
Yeah. Yeah. So for we cannot for testing we cannot run any file with the Jenkins or GitHub, or we can do that.
We can do obviously we can do. We'll show that uh, when time permits. Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, first thing you have to understand is where Jenkins will be installed. It will be installed in some cloud.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they will set up some Jenkins URL in the cloud and they will share it with you. You have to log in and you have to create your config and all. Okay,
Okay.
understood.
Yeah.
In case of GitHub Actions, um, I mean, in like Jenkins, we host in some cloud, right? We don't need to do that in case of GitHub Actions. Okay, GitHub Actions, it might be using some internal cloud. So it always listens to our repository.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever you push something, I mean, it depends on our config as well. It depends on the config which we created here. So in our config,
Okay.
say like whenever you push something, you create the bill, it will listen to our repository. And if whenever we do some push to the repository, and it will start doing all the jobs that we have specified here.
Okay.
Okay, but in case of Jenkins, what happens is like we have to set up that Jenkins server
Okay.
in
Yeah.
some
Got
cloud.
it.
But here you don't need to do all those things. Okay.
Okay.
And we do, there we need to do some there we need to know something about cloud and all, but here we don't need to do anything about that. Okay.
Mm,
We know
okay.
we don't need to mention any cloud and all. It will use some by default, it will use some cloud, and it will do all the things for us. This is very, very good. Okay.
Okay.
I guess last class, whatever we discussed, that is important for you to understand.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I didn't rush into it.
Yeah.
I thought I will take time and do it.
Once you do that, only we can discuss one more topic called page factory. Last class, we have discussed page object model kind of
Okay.
thing. Page object model kind of thing. So once you do that, we will talk about something called page factory. Okay.
Okay. Page object and page factory, they are two different.
Yeah, two different things we have to discuss. We have not discussed yet. In the last class, we have just did the driver setup, and
Okay.
what we did
Hmm.
some small reporting setup as well. Okay, that's what we did. So next
Yeah,
sessions
yeah.
are like
I'll finish by next.
page object model and page factory. Okay,
Okay.
page object model means nothing but it's a not very complex topic. We will just like how we did in the last class, we can do that. But yeah, so what we do in the page object model is right now we are hard coding all our things, right? Like XPath and all. Yes or no? We are hard coding it,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
In case of page object model, we do create separate classes for each web page. Let's say this is a home page, right? So you create one class called home page, and wherein you create all your locators. I mean, whatever you're testing in this home page, you'll be gathering all those locators in that home page like this.
Okay.
I've shown you,
Okay.
right? This is how you declare the elements. This is one way of declaring elements. I have told you, right? By some name. I have told you in the last class, so you can check it out. So this way you can declare all your web elements that you're testing on this web page. Once you declare the elements, right? This is just like
Mm-hmm.
int a is equal to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
In the header, we are storing XPath by header XPath. In the get started, we are storing get started button data. Okay.
Okay.
Locator data.
Yeah.
And after we do this, I mean, whatever we are testing on this home page, we have to gather all those like this. Once we do that, we have to create some functionalities as well. Let's say you cannot hard code that login functionality, right? You cannot say like, oh, go and enter username, go and enter password, go and click the login button. Those three lines of statements you cannot use in every method. That's a repetition, right? So what we can do is we can create one functionality called login here, and
Mm-hmm.
wherein we can write all the code, and we can call this method by creating object for this class. Okay.
Okay.
We have to create the object for this class in our test cases. We have to call that method. That way it will be simply, I mean, it will
Okay.
ease the things. Okay. So page object model means you will be declaring all your elements using by like this. And you will be creating one page for sorry, one class for one web page. Let's say in your application you have 20 web pages. You'll be creating 20 classes and you will be maintaining all your locators according to the web page and according to the in the respective classes. You understand?
Okay. Yeah.
And after which, once we write all the functionalities and all, so you
Mm-hmm.
can see here they have written some enter full name functionality, enter business email, enter password functionality. And now what they will be doing is they'll be writing the test case. You see, they have created the object for that class and they're calling the methods like this. It looks neat, right? You can call
Mm-hmm.
this thing any,
Okay.
I mean, in other test case also, if you're using, you can do the same thing. You again call the same things like that.
Okay.
You see, it's an easy one. You can reuse it basically.
Okay.
Okay. And page factory, we will discuss all. I mean, we can do all these things once you are done with the last class. We'll do it uh, practically as well. But I'm just giving a high level overview. Okay, just giving you a
Okay.
high level overview. And page factory, in case of page factory, same concept. Nothing changes. Only the way we declare elements will change. Here we use @find by. Okay, at the
Okay.
rate find by. And we'll say XPath is equal to, or class is equal to, or ID is equal to, or name is equal to, or CSS ultra is equal to, like that. And you have to give the name of the locator.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the header name for this particular XPath. Get started is the name of the locator. I mean, get started is a variable pointing to this one, sign up model one. Okay.
Okay.
And with this one, if you declare this one like this, right, you don't need to write driver dot find element like that. You can simply say
Okay.
get started dot click, header dot get text like that.
Okay.
Get started dot click like that. You don't need to write driver dot find element like that again.
Okay.
You got it, right? You understood, right, little? What's happening?
Yeah. Basically,
Any
it's like how we did for the driver management, we are doing for the rest.
kind of, yeah, kind of. But yeah, for each page in the web page, we do create one separate class where um, I mean, the we do separate the locators. Previously, we were doing
Okay.
like all the locators of login, home page, or sign up page. Everything we are keeping in one class.
Mhm.
Now we are going to separate it according to the web page. We do create one class and we do separate the
Okay.
locators like that. Okay,
Okay.
that's all. It's a very easy concept. We'll discuss and this is the most important concept as well, which is there from very long time. Okay, this is like concept in
Okay.
the sense it's just a design pattern basically, like
Mhm.
how you should how you should write the code better. That's all. Okay,
Okay.
nothing fancy. It's no uh, nothing special, but it's just like how we the way we write the code. Okay, that's all. Nothing more than that.
Okay.
That's the topic we do. We will do like we do hands-on once you're done with the last class, and then we do create some uh, utils and all. So now what happens is like your framework will grow like this. You'll be having driver management. Okay, then you'll be having contest. You'll be having config. You'll be having one more package called pages. Okay, where you create the whatever we discuss now. Okay,
Okay.
like this your framework will grow. I mean, you're creating a framework. Everything you're separating like that. Okay, you're
Okay.
creating your test cases separately, and you're doing some configuration separately. You're doing some pages separately. Utilities you're keeping utilities. Likewise, your framework will go. If you, somebody asks you like how you design your framework, you should tell them like I have separated. I'm using page object model, and I have separated all my pages in one package called pages, and I have kept all my test case in one package called test. I have kept some utilities in utilities package. They'll ask you like your folder structure or package structure. You should explain them basically. Okay, like
Okay.
I have test package, I have utilities package wherein I keep my utilities like that. You should tell them. Okay,
Okay.
so you should
There are different types of framework, right? You said page object model.
different types in the page object model, page factory generally everybody using, and they're not actually frameworks. They are just like a way we write the code. That's all.
Okay.
Okay, people call it as a framework, but you don't need to call it as a framework. Okay, they're just a design pattern, the way we write the code. That's all.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
All
framework
right.
means nothing but the project, the way it was set up. That's all. Okay,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
the pattern that you're using, design pattern that you're using.
So, what is the
We are going to
most
discuss those
used
two
framework?
patterns. We are going to discuss those two. People will use those
The
two things
page object.
on page
I
factory.
thought there are different types of other frameworks, not page object.
Data driven.
Okay. When we
We
discuss
have
tomorrow, I mean next week, I'll.
we have data driven testing, and now people say like data driven framework and page object model, page factory, or they also they say like hybrid framework.
Okay, or they say like keyword driven framework. These are the frameworks people generally say, but most people will be using a hybrid framework. Okay, wherein you can
Okay.
hybrid framework in the sense like same thing, page object model, page factor, which we discussed only. And if you want to do some data driven testing, we can create some code for that one as well, and we can do that. That's called hybrid testing. Data driven testing is like it's purely focused on feeding the data to the application. Okay, so
Okay.
we will discuss. You can check it out what you want, and you can let me know. We will discuss
Okay.
accordingly. Okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
little thing
Okay.
you should be knowing is page object model and page factory thing. Okay, and
All right. Yeah.
next important thing is GitHub, which is very 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 important.
GitHub.
Okay,
Okay.
without GitHub,
Okay.
nothing you can do. Okay, okay, Sunita. Yeah, chalo then.
All right. Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Karthik.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye.